big picture outlook for this calendar year, 2014?
Well, I think people are more encouraged than we have been since the Tea Party took over the House by the fact that we had a small breakthrough with the budget bill that went through, and we're not on the brink, and we got 2 years with no sequester. We got a 1% increase for federal employees. We're going to keep the government open for a change. But we still have these Republicans locked into these largely white Republican districts. I mean, they are what they are. They are non-diverse politically. They're not diverse ethnically. And so these people tend to vote their district. That's why I think that we've got optimism is dampened by what would normally be encouragement by the breakthrough we saw with the budget deal.
Immigration?
Immigration better happen, or the Republicans are going to pay the price. They already paid the price. They paid the price when Barack Obama was elected. They may not pay the price in 2014, but I dare them to go into 2016 without an immigration bill. And the president has said he would even go for some version of a piecemeal. We can't go, now that's going to be hard to get through Democrats. Because how do you do that if we've given all this money for control of the budget, border yeah. and what we get is 2 cents worth of immigration relief. So we'll have to see how that goes.
I have to admit, I thought it was fascinating when Congressman Frank Wolf was here the other day, your colleague who's soon to be leaving the Hill. He said, if you don't call the compromise bill, the Senate bill, the I think somewhat bipartisan bill that has a number of things all kind of rolled into one, border security and other stuff too, including a fine and having to learn English and going to the end of the line and all of it. Some people say it's a well-crafted bill. Folks at home can decide. But Wolf said, if you don't call that amnesty, you either don't understand the meaning of the word or you're playing word games. And I thought that was interesting.
I think it's interesting and it's wrong. Frankly, I think what's going to happen if this bill were to go through is people, when they see the 11 years that you're in line and you have to learn English, you go, let me send you to South America and say learn Spanish at your age. You're younger than I am, but even at your age. We can learn language when we are very young.
You soak it up as a young person,
yeah.
Not so much later.
Pay all your fines. Don't have any. Don't have anything on your record. That is so many hurdles to go through that by the end of it, we're not going to see the numbers of the 11 million that we had envisioned being naturalized. In fact, becoming American citizens. They made it so difficult that I wonder whether this bill will live up to its promise. So Frank, good man, sorry to see him go, but he couldn't be more wrong.
And it's fascinating because this is the issue is fascinating on its merits, and the politics of it overlaying on top of that are pretty darn interesting too, particularly as we head into any election cycle, whether it's the closer one, 2014, or as you make mention of the big enchilada 2016, when the White House will be open.
And in Frank Wolf's Virginia, I wouldn't be very sanguine about keep shouting the word amnesty when we talk about immigration.
Talking with Congresswoman Eleanor Holmes Norton of the district.